Hello, my name is Miss Miller, and today we'll be talking about opposites. Essential question: how do we show understanding of opposites? Standard: demonstrate emerging understanding of word relationships. With guidance and support, demonstrate understanding of frequently occurring opposites. Vocabulary: opposites are pairs of words that have different meanings: big, little, fast, slow, happy, sad. These words are part of basic concepts. Basic concepts are building blocks that children need in order to follow directions, engage in classroom routines, and provide descriptions. Some basic opposites are big, little, outside, inside, slow, fast, hot, cold, over, under, full, empty, wet, dry, clean, dirty, happy, sad. So these are some words that you could first introduce to your students to teach some of the basic opposites. Students can make an opposites book. Make a list of simple opposite words. Take several sheets of paper and fold them in half. Students can write one word on each page so that the opposites face each other, such as here, hot and cold. And the students can draw a picture to match the opposite words. So here we have the sun on the page that says hot and an ice cream on the page that says cold. Students can also cut out pictures and paste them, such as here. We have an elephant on the page that says big, it's a printable book, and we have a mouse here on the page that says little. And then can staple the pages together and allow the students to make a cover to represent opposites. Another activity is students can work together to make a funny story. Or you can think of a funny story that students will find really engaging that is full of opposites. Or again, you can work together as a class to create a story. Every time they hear the opposite word, they could raise their hand or yell out the opposite. For example, the bird went up the tree, and students would yell out down. Or those that know how to write the words might write them down. You could even have them do this in pairs and working together and writing and spelling opposite words. You could also exercise to opposites. You can have students lift their leg high and then make them drop it low. You could have them take a big step and then a small step. You can pretend that something is really, really hot or pretend that it's cold. You can have students move fast and then slow. You can also use flashcards. You can create or buy index cards with pictures of opposites on them. You can have students match the set of opposite flashcards, like happy and sad, hot and cold, big and small, up and down, and so on. And they can pair the flashcards as they find the set of opposites. And as mentioned with exercising, you can also act them out. So you can have your students perform actions and then you do the opposite. They usually enjoy that. For example, if they sit down, you stand up. If you walk forward, then they can walk backwards. And once the student is familiar with the game, then you can perform the action first and then have the student do the opposite to test to see if they really understand the opposite action. You can also use toys. You can have a small bear and a big bear, a baby bear and an adult. You can use balls of different sizes and weights to teach big and small, also heavy and light, in addition to float or sink. Using a bowl and a bucket, a cup or a box, you can teach your students the in and out, over and under, as well as up and down. Some resources that you could use are Teachers Pay Teachers to find many printable free resources. In addition to YouTube, you can search opposite songs and you'll find several songs that come up. You can also go to medibemps.com. You can basically copy what we have here. Let's take a look at the site. So again, that's www.medibemps.com, and here we have opposites index.htm. The opposite of light, heavy. You can try another. The choices are down below. Long, short. So the student would guess before moving over to find out the correct answer. Let's try another. Inside, outside. For students who may not know the opposites, this is a great way for them to learn it. You can start with one, they could take a guess, and eventually they'll memorize it to learn the other. Another resource is oppositesgame.com. In here, we search for opposites. So you have your choice at the top of heavy, and you would have to select the appropriate answer. Far, near, down, up, and so on. In conclusion, opposites are pairs of words that have different meanings. Big, little, fast, slow, happy, sad. These words are part of basic concepts. Basic concepts are important building blocks that children need in order to follow directions, engage in classroom routines, and provide descriptions. Oppositesgames.com and medibemps.com have great games for our students. In addition, you can use YouTube, Boom Learning, and Teacher Pay Teachers to get great activities and watch videos. Thank you so much for listening today.